If you're running Google AdWords and you're looking for some effective ways to increase your click-through rate and get more potential customers over to your website for a cost that you can afford, then stick around. I've got 3 things for you in today's edition of Ask Yokel Local. Hey everybody, my name is Daryl Evans, co-founder with Yokel Local Internet Marketing, and in today's edition of Ask Yokel Local, we've gotten a question about how to increase click-through rates. This gentleman was looking at his account and he is not seeing good click-through rates. He actually asked us what is a good click-through rate, and so we looked at his account, and I'm not going to tell you what it was, but because again it could vary depending on the market, but in our opinion it just wasn't that good. So I'm going to share with you the same 3 things we shared with him. The first thing was to include a price in your ad headline. So in his case, he has an offer where he can get someone in the door for $49. Now, he has more services and more products that he would like to sell, but I use the example of Domino's Pizza or Pizza Hut even. These guys offer $5 pizzas, or in some cases, could be 5, could be 9, but there's always a coupon of some sort to bring the customer through the front door the first time. Now you might be thinking, well, if I'm only selling something for $5 or I'm lowering my price to get someone in the door, how am I actually going to make any money if I'm losing money on that initial customer? This is what when we talk about the lifetime buying cycle of a customer, you've got to take that into consideration. But we're not saying just discount your product and put the price in the headline, but if you've got a free consultation or a free quote of some sort, you might want to consider putting that price right in the headline. So number 2, the next idea is that I don't see enough business owners using the display URL, which is what the customer or the searcher will see. That's different than the destination URL. Now, we're not talking about making up a URL, but when your keyword, when your domain is xyz.com, you should / that keyword, so that the customer can now see that Google will highlight that keyword phrase, and it kind of will bring a match. That will help to increase your click-through rates. Now, we're not, again, saying you should make up a domain. You should use a keyword relative in your display that will send them to the appropriate page on your URL. Now, the last tip is a little tricky, but it's important. You should also be thinking about some of the longer queries that your customer may type in. I've got a perfect example. We have a plumber under our agency that we work for in our agency, and one of the big keywords that gets searched has to do with no hot water in their shower. Now, that's a not a radiator, that's a water heater problem, right? So it's a water heater problem. But so often we think that the customer is going to know that it's a water heater. So maybe what I'm trying to say in this case is think about the pain that your customer is experiencing and look at the keywords around those pains and not just the product or service you sell. And this comes back to what we talk a lot about in terms of how your buyer is using the web. They may not be as technically savvy as you. I mean, think about it. In that buyer scenario with the plumber, if I just bought a home, I might not know that a water heater is what causes the water to go up and down. Think about it. So don't get too caught up with the knowledge of what you do. Think about how your customer will experience the pain that your problem or service solves. So those are 3 quick tips I've got for you today in today's edition of Ask Yokel Local. Get those click-through rates up, get your quality scores going up, and your pricing and your AdWords accounts will start doing a lot better, and you'll start making a lot more money. This is Daryl Evans. I'll sign out until next time. Bye-bye.